Our lives have become limited to scrolling, binge watching, buying clothes to look good in pictures, just to get some likes, and just to get some cheap dopamine. And I don't know why, but we subconsciously know that we are wasting time, because not everybody has the courage to really break these habits. It takes lots of willpower, patience, motivation, and a strong reason to really break these habits, which most of us lacks. But you are not like them. You are different. You have courage to face all these challenges and potential to break these habits. So by finishing the intro part, let's dive into the methods that we are going to use in the process of breaking the habits. We will start by knowing the psychology behind the habits. It's the first step in overcoming them. French philosopher Rabelais describes habits as familiar yet mysterious because habits are like invisible threads that shape our actions and behavior. And these invisible threads are formed through a process called habit formation, which involves a loop of cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger that causes a specific behavior to occur. It could be a certain time of day, or it could even an emotional condition. The routine is the actual behavior or activity that occurs in the response to the trigger. Finally, the reward is the positive feedback we receive from engaging in the habit. It might be joy or relief. For example, you have a habit of waking up late every morning. The cue could be the sound of your alarm clock. The routine is hitting the snooze button multiple times. And the reward is the extra few minutes of sleep that you get. That's what we call habit loop, which is discussed by James in his book Atomic Habits. Every habit follows some kind of habit loop. So, first and foremost, you must identify the habit loop you are following. After finding the habit loop, the thing that we will not do is label that habit as bad or negative, because it puts an unnecessary pressure to break. Be patient with yourself, because now you're trying to rewire your brain, and your brain will resist every change that you will have in your schedule and in your routine. But you have to go through every challenge, every stress, and every fucking thing that is stopping you from becoming a better version of yourself. I can also become a motivational speaker. And you too need to be motivated at the journey of breaking the habit. Along the way, there will be a lot of relapse, and your mental fortitude will be put to the test. But there is a way that helps me to deal with all these. But before I tell you the way, I want you to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're finding this video helpful. Now let's talk about the method. And for that, we need a pen and paper. Draw two columns. In the first column, the heading will be my present condition because of my XYZ habit. And in the second column, the heading will be 5 years after overcoming the habit. In the first column, write down all the negative aspects and consequences of the habit that you are experiencing, such as low self-esteem, feeling unproductive, wasting time. And in the second column, envision how your life would be 5 years after successfully overcoming the habit. This exercise will help you visualize the long-term consequence of your habit and motivate you to take action to break it. Truth behind breaking the habit is that it cannot be broken, relax, but it can be replaced. You can replace it with the habit that you lack to achieve your goal. The mistake that became the source of my most frequent relapse was thinking too much about my ability to overcome it, and that extended my period of overcoming the habit. But I don't want you to make same mistake. Your attention is the reason that your thought take control on you and confront you by coming up with some excuse. So we need a habit that can stop us from getting control of it. Meditation is the best way, but I know it's not easy at all. Even for some people, sitting alone with their thought also works as a trigger. Don't worry, there's also another way. It also comes in meditation, but it's different. In ordinary meditation, you just observe your thought, but in it, you write it down on the paper. You convert your thought into words, and when you read them, your mind automatically creates a distance between you and your thought. I don't say it's an easy method, but in comparison of meditation, it is. So now the question arises, what is the best time to write the journal? I say it's up to you, but I suggest you to write when you feel stressed and tempted by a thought. From my experience, it's going to be hard. In the beginning, not only your mind, but you too feel the pressure of writing something to fill those blank pages. But it's going to be worth it in the end. Main purpose of writing down your thought is to create a difference between you and your thought. Our half of the life problem is connected to how we see and react to our everyday thought.